Hey guys, and thank you for coming to my channel to help me teach you what I recommend for specializing your units. At level 20 you get to pick a specialization. We are going to be looking at a Buster. A Buster is an assassin role. They have 50% bonus damage versus armored. You have an option of a Focus Buster. A Focus Buster is a specialized unit that runs into enemy troops and explodes, dealing 50% more damage over a smaller range. I don't think a smaller range is that useful because you're not going to do that much damage and you're going to affect less units. Even though you do have quite high damage, you have bugger all health. A Rushing Buster, a specialized high damage unit that runs into enemy troops with 50% extra speed and explodes. That would get you there faster, but you're probably going to die before you get there. A Volatile Buster is a specialized high damage unit that runs into enemy troops and explodes, dealing damage over a wider area. If there is something with area effect, that is generally the better choice. I don't really like busters in my battles because I'm not a big fan of assassins, as you can see by some of my other uploads, how they work in the battles. A lot of the time they get shot down before they do anything, and when you've got enemies that are level 30, 40 and 50, the Buster might only just scratch them. Like, yeah, they might do up to 200 damage, but a lot of the enemies have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 health. So it's just a waste of a unit. Even though I'm not a big fan of this unit, I do still recommend the Volatile Buster because it has area of effect, which means it will damage more units around it. Where would I place a Buster in a battle? God, I wouldn't. Definitely not in front of ranged units. If you could find a melee that is close to the front line, I would probably put it in front of that, but you really need to be careful when placing that. It's not going to get shot down by ranged units that are behind melee or armored. Armored is generally a bit too beefy for these guys, especially at my scale. Maybe in lower scale battles it will work. But be sure before placing a Buster, the best thing that I can advise is to check what enemies are on the field. Make sure there's no ranged near you and that you're not putting it near a unit that has way too much health for you to even damage. Did I mention I hate assassins? Don't waste too much money leveling up this unit.